Hey, this is Chan for Different Skill, bringing you a Magic the Gathering deck profile actually. So I just went to game day. I kind of scrubbed out really hard, but I think my deck's good. So I'm just going to, talk about it and just show you guys what I was playing at game day. My friend, he got third place with the Aristocrats. I think that deck is really annoying, and I basically lost one. I went 2-2. I lost the first game to Esper Control, and it's because I blanked out on a Boros Charm I was holding up, and then he Supreme Verdict, and I just completely blanked out on using it because I had another play for next turn, and then I realized I could have just done more by just Boros Charming and just killing him. But anyways, and another game I just got out aggroed by a freaking it's like kind of like red deck wins Gruul kind of thing. They're playing a lot of like low cost cards, and then to be honest, I would win the races, but then he started dropping Boros Reckoners, and I just really couldn't do anything about it because Boros Reckoner is a dumb card. Anywho, so let's start. I'm running a lot of creatures, so let's start. I'm playing 3 Boros Elites. It's a 1 to cast 1/1 with Battalion. The Battalion is when it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Now, this card is kind of a meh card, but the reason why I play it is because it's for a wombo combo, so to speak, in this deck. And moving on, I play 4 Champion of the Parish. This guy is really good. 1 to cast 1/1. Every time a human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 on Champion. Now, every creature in my deck is a human, so anything will trigger this effect, so it's all good. So yeah. The reason why I'm playing Boros Elites is because he's kind of like the 7th champion, I guess. Like, these are they fill the same role in some senses for the wombo combo, so I'll just put these aside. 4 Night of Glory. Night of Glory is really good with Champion of the Parish, because you can go turn 1 Champion of the Parish, turn 2 Night of Glory, and swing with 3 already with Champion. Now this is a pretty slow hand, but it's a pretty normal one, so it kind of balances out. So, and he also has protection from protection from black, and he has Exalted. So for those of you who don't know what Exalted is, it's when a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1. It doesn't have to be him; it could be any creature you control. Playing 2 Daring Skyjack, Battalion Flying, 2 to cast 3/1. It's okay. It kind of just dies to a straight up, what's that card called? Tragic Slip, but it's kind of whatever. Having Battalion with this deck is really easy, and I think the evasion is really good against the Aristocrats, although the Lingering Soul's kind of just like 1-for-1 it, so it's really a hard choice to say, but I play 2. I'll have to really think about this later, so I'm playing 2 for now. Thalia, the Guardian of Thralben? I don't know. Thraben? But I just call her Thalia. Thalia is pretty good as just a simple 2/1 first striker, and with the upside that non-creature spells cost one more colorless to cast. So she is a legendary creature, so you can't have more than 1 on the field, or else they'll kill each other. And this doesn't impact my deck a whole lot because I don't run too many spells, and if I do run them, the spells generally aren't really affected by Thalia, especially since I only have 2 Thalias. Most of the time, if they need to use spells, they'll just kill it, or I can just use her to kill, trade for other cards if I need to use a spell next turn. So overall, 2/1 first striker is pretty good. Of course, I could be playing Ash Zealot, but the double red is kind of hard in this deck, so I like to keep it a bit more white and not double color, because double color is generally hard to get around with a tighter mana base. 4 Gorehouse Chainwalker, 2/1, 2 to cast 2/1 Unleash. So if you unleash it, he comes in as a 3/2 and he cannot block. Very good. It's very, very, very good. And that's all that he really does. My personal favorite, 4 Lightning Mauler, 2 to cast 2/1 with Soul Bond. As long as Lightning Mauler is paired, both creatures have haste. So this card is one of the main pieces to the wombo combo, as we call it. The next piece is this card, seeing a lot of standard play in the aggro decks, Burning Tree Emissary. when you play this card, it's red, red, green, or green, green, or red, green, red, green, red. Anyways, it's hybrid red, green for 2 of them. When Burning Tree Emissaries enters the battlefield, add red and green to your mana pool. So this basically means it's free. Like you play it and you didn't actually pay mana for it. So the idea behind this is that you can go turn 1 champion, turn 2 Burning Tree Emissary, Lightning Mauler, Soul Bond, swing for 7, because he gets 2 +1/+1s. Or if you have Boros Elites, you can go Boros Elites, Emissary, Lightning Mauler, Soul Bond, swinging. Battalion, you get +2/+2, so it swings for 7. And that's a lot of damage to be taking on turn 2. So, yeah. And then the last part to the Wombo combo is Silverblade Paladin. I play 3. Double white, 1 colorless, Soul Bond, Silverblade Paladin. As long as he's paired, both creatures have double strike. So the most ideal play is that you go turn 1 champion, turn 2 Lightning Emissary, Lightning Mauler, and you swing. And then turn 3 you play Silverblade Paladin, Soul Bonding him, and then he'll be a 4/4. And you swing for 4 here, and you swing for 8. That's 12. They'll be at 1 if they had no blocks. But of course, probably your Lightning Mauler's gonna die, or she's gonna die, probably. I'm just saying, like turn 2, they have 2-drop. These 2 are definitely gonna die. Champion will definitely not die, but this is like the most optimal combo, and then you can finish them off like later with at your leisure, because you know they're at like no life. And of course, if they shock land themselves, you're in pretty good spot to just like take the game. So the highest casting cost in this deck is 3 with Silverblade Paladin and some of the spells I have. So I'm just gonna go over the spells I have right now. So I have 2 Gruul Charms. Gruul Charm is one of I'm thinking more of 4 Gruul Charm in the main board, but I'll have to think about it and test it out. Gruul Charm, the main mode I use for Gruul Charm is that creatures without flying cannot block this turn, or gain control of all permanents you can control, gain control of all permanents you own, or Gruul Charm deals 3 damage to each creature with flying. But of course the mode I use the most is creatures without flying cannot block. Of course, dealing 3 damage to all Lingering Souls tokens is not bad. They just, like, if that's all they have, they just go Gruul Charm, kill all your guys, and then just swing in with your dudes. Or if you're like doing the aggro mirrors, and then you're both just sitting there, he has a Boros Reckoner, he's like hitting you every turn, you can't really do anything about it, then you go Gruul Charm, send in the whole team, and then you win. That's the idea behind Gruul Charm, so play that. For Boros Charm, Boros Charm is a pretty good charm, along with Gruul Charm, of course. Boros Charm allows you to deal 4 damage to target player. Permanents you control are indestructible this turn, or target creature gains double strike. Giving double strike to a creature is kind of irrelevant, especially because like if you give it double strike, they could use something to kill it. Instead, you would just rather just go 4 damage to you, so it's a lot better to do that. So most charms have like 1 obsolete function, which like it's kind of whatever. I mean, you could say that you can have double strike to make your creature have first strike to kill something so he doesn't die, but then you could just give him indestructible along with all your guys in case he has anything else. So yeah, Boros Charm is very good. I'm thinking of 4 Gruul, 2 Boros Charm, and siding 2 Boros Charm for the Esper matchup because of Supreme Verdict and whatnot. Main board for Oblivion Ring, I mean, Boros Reckoner just destroys my deck, so I think I have to be mainboarding this. This kind of gets in the way sometimes if I draw like more than 2, but if I do, I can just like Oblivion Ring everything, like Oblivion Ring, Oblivion Ring, Oblivion Ring, and then it's not too bad really, especially if they're playing like cards, and then you have, say like if you have like 1 card, like 1 creature in your field, if you can keep Oblivion Ringing them and attacking, then that's fine. And lastly, my 1 attack, Immortal Servitude. Since my deck is mainly 2 to cast, I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 21 to cast. So, if I pay X as 2, I can return a majority of the creatures in my deck, in my graveyard, back onto the battlefield. And since I have Lightning Maulers, I can make them buddy up, and they'll both gain haste, so then they can start smashing in the turn they come back. So, yeah, this tech is kind of neat. It's like your 5th Boros Charm, because it kind of stops the Wrath of God or like Supreme Verdict, because you just play it and you get all your dudes back. So it's kind of like that. So I'm just gonna go through the lands I'm playing. 4 Sacred Foundry, definitely has to play 4 Sacred Foundry. 2 Temple Garden. The reason why I'm playing Temple Garden is because it sets up for the Wombo combo, because you need a land source that makes white red or white green, or else you won't be able to play Burning Tree Emissary. So if you start with the plains, it definitely doesn't work. 1 Stomping Ground, I have no idea why, I just have it. More shocks, the more fun, right? I don't know. I guess the red and the green source is kind of good for Gruul Charm, because the only other green source I have is Temple Garden, and these are Ruin Crags. So it's kind of like, it's there, it's fine, don't worry about it. 1 Cavern of Souls, this is not, I wouldn't mind more, but actually I think 1 is fine, because I can just call human, and everyone's cool about that. 1 Clifftop Retreat, I don't know, I just don't have the money for more. It's kind of expensive. 2 Rootbound Crag, and 4 Mountains, and 4 Plains. So yeah, this is the deck I was playing at game day. I will probably be making upgrades to it, aka more shock lands, the more fun your deck is. You know, have like a bajillion shock lands and just take like 6 damage on turn 3, and your opponent hasn't even played a creature yet. So yeah, this is my deck, and hope you guys enjoy Magic a bit more than you would enjoy watching nothing. So yeah, see you guys.